Yeah, we bring reviews of your house, talk to our dudes of your house. I bring my views of your house, wrestling truths of your house. We talk to you in your house, we keeps it cool in your house, we keeps it cool in your house. I'm spitting truths in your house. Yeah. Mark's hating on his fans, Becky's niche on the man. Play with two like alliance, household a dangerous alliance. I am a diamond like Cody, and I'm overcoming like Kobe. No, they cannot hold me. Come listen, I'm hosting, critiquing, I'm boasting. This wrestling I'm knowing.
I need you to arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. All of y'all who think we need more evidence, you goofy. I said arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. And Elijah McClain too. Y'all hold that boy. Arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. All of y'all who think we need more evidence, you goofy. I said arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. You catch the vibe? Now get off my page.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Alakan House. This is the People's Podcast. Haha. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boy Con, ready to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. That is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. And ooh, where is the clock? I'm checking the time because last time that I checked, In Your House was the hottest professional wrestling podcast in the Midwest. That's because we hit them with that workity, round the clock. You guys already know what it is. Oh yes, the director is in the house, and you guys know where I am for another hot edition of the podcast that you love to love, and I love to love it too. That's In Your House. And guys, you might have heard my intro, and yeah, I may have only said my name, but guys, I am not alone on this episode. No, guys, I am not. And we're happy to be back. We're happy to be back giving you guys some solid episodes of such a great podcast. I mean, it's just great. It's wonderful. But I'm not the only reason why this podcast is great, you guys. It's not just on me. It's a collective. It's a team. And that's why I'm so happy to say that coming back to In Your House is the cornerstone of the IYH Collective. That is MIKEY Hutch. How's it going, bro?
Is this thing on?
It's on.
Jello. Man, like a boomerang, I have returned the cornerstone of the IYH Collective, the Flamingo Kid. MIKEY Hutch has returned. Con House, how are you doing, sir?
Even better knowing that you're back here, man. So I'm doing pretty great, man.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. And man, y'all, I missed you guys. I missed the hell out of you guys, man. And Con has kept me updated that, like, even though, the 2020 has been crazy. 2020 has been crazy for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yet one thing has remained consistent. Our people.
Oh, yeah.
The household, man. Like, the numbers have still been going.
Yep. It's crazy, man.
What the hell, dude? Like, but anyway, yeah, man, it's great to be here, guys. And, I told Con, I ain't going to lie, give you a little bit of behind the scenes here. I told Con, I was like, you know what, man, I'm a little bit nervous to get on here. It's been a while. I hope it's kind of like riding a bike.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're not going to forget how to do it. But yeah, I ain't going to lie, man. I'm just like, I kind of feels like the first show again, so to speak. But, man, here we go. Let's get it.
Let's jump right into it, man. And we're going to jump right into it by me just kind of putting you on the spot there, man, because people understand who consistently listen to us here at In Your House know how big of a puzzle piece that you've been on this show. So for me, everybody knows what I've been up to because I kind of said something, you know, a couple episodes ago, just kind of addressing the household. But now I'm going to go ahead and lay out and kind of give you the floor to kind of let Hutch fans, people that enjoy the cornerstone of the collective, let them know what's been going on with you, what you've got in the works, and maybe not pull back the curtain too much, but definitely just kind of let them know what Hutch has been up to.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'd be happy to. And it's honestly flattering if anybody is actually interested in that. Regardless if you are or not, here we go. I've actually just kind of been doing the, I guess you could say, somewhat adulting thing. Mm-hmm. You know, just doing the dad thing and all that. I've actually been kind of bouncing around the idea of doing a video game stream channel. Kind of trying to put some pieces together for that.
Yeah.
And other than that, I've honestly really been going in on the Twitter thing.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I mean, if we're shooting here, brother, it's not like I'm working right now. So your boy's got time.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I've actually been doing the Twitter thing a lot. I've actually cracked 2,000 plus followers, and for the sports ballers out there, your boy's followed by the Sacramento Kings. So that's a thing that's happened. That's a thing that happened. And I think I may have got blocked by Ryback. I don't know if that's happened yet.
You wouldn't be the only one, brother.
Melton should die, and I just didn't think that was cool. So
right.
You know, I had to kind of check him on that a little bit. But anyway. Back to me. Enough about me. Let's talk about me. What do you think of me? But yeah, man, other than that, just been chilling, you know, trying different foods, trying different things, just trying to live life the best I can and smile as much as I can in this dark, depressing time that we're in. My God. I guess you could say that's another thing I've been doing is kind of watching the world crumble as well. Not to get too real, but Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
Man.
It's rough, y'all.
It is rough. Man, you ain't say nothing but a word. It is absolutely rough out there, and we're happy to hear all the cool stuff that you got going on a video. Like, if I know that with the following that you have now, if you did start a video game a stream or something like that, I think you'd have a good following, and you'd probably yeah, for real, and you would probably have a lot of people following you, and can probably carve out a nice niche for yourself, and that just seemed like the perfect segue because the first thing that we want to talk about here, we're just going to get to the brass tacks of it, is a lot of these WWE superstars have carved out a nice niche for themselves, Hutch, on Twitch, on Cameo, things of that nature, you know, TikTok and things like they got a following, you know. So it was announced last week, and we kind of talked about it a couple days ago, that WWE held a call with talent last Sunday and discussed the reinvention of the product. During the call, WWE pointed out how the company owns the real names of talent, just not their character names. Oof, we'll get into that. And
he own your damn souls, pal.
And Vince followed up the call by sending a letter to talent on Thursday. Vince reportedly wrote how it's imperative that they protest and promote the brand in every possible way, and the talents have 30 days to stop engaging with third parties. Third parties such as Twitch, such as TikTok, such as Cameo. And man, this didn't sit right with a lot of people, including me and you. Vince's letter also said that these actions are necessary as a part of WWE's rebuilding process and going into the next phase of growth for the company. And he also goes on to say, some of you are engaged with outside third parties using your name and likeness in ways that are detrimental to the company. Vince wrote in the letter that it is imperative that these activities be determined or terminated, that is, within the next 30 days. That's by Friday, October 2nd. Continued violations will result in fines, suspension, or termination at WWE's discretion. Hutch, man, this don't sit right with me, and I know it don't sit right with you either. Oh, man. Whew. What are you thinking about this?
Well, see, here's where I'm at. I am kind of... Yeah, I've had some time to let it percolate in my mind.
Kind of marinate?
Yeah, to marinate a little bit. And I'm kind of in a gray area on this. Number one, I will say for the absolute glaring negative, the talents, pocketbooks have been affected with them not being able to do house shows. Yes, the house shows have been low, but I'm sure it's still been money. Affected, right? And for Vince and WWE to stymie the talent from making extra money, like doing things such as Cameo, and I do believe they can make money on Twitch as well, right?
Yes, they can.
Donations and stuff.
Yep.
Okay. And any other third-party affiliates that they happen to want to, put their likeness to. Now, let me give a different potential perspective. You said, the verbiage of, the rebuilding of the brand, the rebuilding of the product, and so on and so forth, something to that effect.
Yeah.
There has been so many drop balls by the talent on social media that fines should have already been being dished out. For example, the latest example, Sonya Deville, right?
Yeah.
That horrible incident that happened with her where that fucking knuckle-dragging psychopath, went into her house and was stalking her and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, she had a feud going on with Mandy at the time.
Yep.
Right? Which was for WWE standards, was a very well-built feud.
It was, yeah. I agree.
Guess who was at the house at the time?
Sonya Deville was there with Mandy.
With Mandy.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not saying that Sonya should have been fined in this case because, damn, she went through enough and blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
Damn, could they not stayed away from each other long enough to respect the fucking storyline?
See, that's one of the problems with modern-day wrestling, but go ahead.
Right. And again, I mean, and that's a very, very severe example, but again, there's been other times where there's been feuds going on during a show, and then, on their Instagram or their Twitter, they're tweeting out pictures of them hanging out at the beach together.
Yeah, that's
$150,000 fine and a suspension on the spot. Absolutely, it should be done because they're not respecting business. They are not respecting the business that they're doing, and not only are they doing the business that they're working for a disservice, they're doing their character itself a disservice.
Right,
dude. I saw Bray Wyatt on some news show, and again, now this is obviously WWE sent him there and blah blah blah, and whatever, but still. Bray Wyatt is a character. I don't want to see Bray Wyatt being who he is, talking about, oh, yeah, you ought to watch this show. And sure, he's still trying to sprinkle in stuff, but still, it's just not a good look. It takes away the mystique.
Yeah.
So, if they're trying to pull the reins back on that, good on them. Because, for example, Alexa Bliss is going to be going through this change right now, right? Because she's affected by Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
If she turns into this dark, crazy psychopath woman on TV, she shouldn't be doing cameos and smiling and stuff.
Right.
So it's a double-edged sword. I would go and say I'm about 60-40 on it. 60-40 on, 60 that it's stale, 40 that if they got that reason for it, but that reason hasn't been stated, and that makes WWE look like shit.
Right. And you got to consider, man, one thing that you got to consider is that, man, I forget exactly how much it was, but, man, So Big E, who does Cameo, pretty much, like a lot of these superstars do, he charges $125 for a cameo, right?
Yep.
Dude, he was making bank off a cameo,
hell yeah, he was.
Bank. I remember I was scrolling past it on social media, and it was on one of those the news sites that report wrestling news and whatnot, and they put together the figures of what he does in a month, bro. The numbers that he does in a month just for cameo, and I'm like, damn, they're about to really take that income away. And I understand what you're saying. I absolutely do, because kayfabe needs to be protected in some kind of way. I know everybody wants to say, well, it's dead. Well, when for example, Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns were feuding a couple years ago, and then they had a picture together up on one of their Instagram, I was like, ooh, you just took me right out of it. Right.
I mean, you said it, kayfabe is dead, but this is pissing on its corpse.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just blatant disrespect, bro. Like, just blatant. It's like, why are you just so in our face with it? And I think that's one of the big problems right there. But I think about the numbers, because you think about it. Like, I do believe Paige found a way kind of around it a little bit. Because only thing that she did was alter her Twitch name, and she just went by, instead of official page WWE, it's now Saraya. I think that's her real name, Saraya Official. And apparently she won't be touched for it, but one thing, because Paige already made it official, she's not leaving Twitch. And you got to think about it. With Paige, let's just call a spade here. She's hot, she's beautiful, whatever you want to say, and there's lonely dudes in their mom's basement that is gonna donate money for her, just for seeing any kind of skin. And I'm not even implying that she's showing skin. She's probably just playing video games and whatnot, and any hot girl who plays video games is gonna be a success for the most part. But she's making crazy money on Twitch, bro, just off of donations alone.
Yeah, and I can't be mad at that. Shit. And anybody hating on that, would do the exact same damn thing if they were in a spot to where they could.
Right.
Because you know what? I would.
Yeah, I do it, bro. I do. Like, you're an attractive person just sitting there playing video games, and you're making what, 10,000 a month. I'm just throwing a figure out there. 10,000 a month just playing video games while people watch you do it just because you're attractive. Like, that's not your fault, Like,
right?
They're choosing to throw their money in there.
Absolutely, that's called working people.
Yep, you're right. You're right, man.
And yeah, man. So, but see, how long is it? How long is it before Vince is like, I own your face?
Exactly, bro.
Face, pal.
Oh my gosh, like that's so crazy to me, and I'd be anxious to see what the details are on this. Owning their name thing, like owning their legal name thing. What? I'm curious to see what the details are on that, because does that mean that they couldn't go anywhere else and actually use their name at another wrestling company? What does that entail?
That's a good question. Here's a very interesting thing as well. One of the former Democrat presidential nominees, Andrew Yang, retweeted the story and said, wait a minute, this is interesting, aren't they independent contractors? Mm-hmm. So you got politicians kind of eyeballing them now a little bit too. And, not to get political or anything, but it does pose a very interesting question. Because again, they're independent contractors, yet they're owned. But, and I don't know a lot about unions.
Yeah. I know something about unions because I'm involved in one. So yeah,
right.
What's your thoughts on that? Like,
with the logistics and the way that everything is in wrestling, fuck, dude, I would try to unionize if I was talent. I don't know if that's possible. What I just said just now may have made me sound like a fucking idiot. I don't know.
No,
and wouldn't be the first time I've sounded like an idiot, but I digress. But fuck that. Unionize, get together and stand the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Like with, and it's a perfect storm for it too, especially in the E, because of their total botching of COVID-19.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're taking away, the third party affiliates such as Twitch and Cameo and all of that.
Yeah.
Their constant rewriting of the shows. Fuck, dude. I guess Vince didn't look at Raw's script this week until mid-morning, early afternoon.
Oh my gosh.
Hence why they didn't announce matches or anything for it.
Yeah.
Until later in the day.
Yeah.
And then you got SmackDown, their writing's tight, but Raw don't seem to know what the fuck they're doing. So, yeah. I mean, the morale in the locker room has to be complete shit, at least to some degree.
I mean, you got to think it is, man. You got to think it is, because I think there's legs behind them unionizing, honestly. I really honestly do. I think that they should. And it sucks. It sucks when it's last minute and you don't really know what you're doing, because it seems like on Raw, and I got to admit, there's some stuff on Raw I like a lot, But then there's other stuff that it's like I feel like we've seen it a million times. Like as soon as the Street Profits came out, I already know they was gonna be fighting Angel Garza and Andrade. Like I already knew.
Yep.
And that's probably exactly, and that's probably because they're like, dang, we don't have anything else for you, so let's just go ahead and rehash the same thing that we've been doing, and we'll try to figure out something different for next week. And then next week comes, and that happens again, and the week after that comes up into the pay-per-view. Then look, the Street Profits are locked into another pay-per-view match against Andrade and Angel Garza again, instead of building something new. I mean, look at the Hurt Business. As much as I love the Hurt Business, you guys have heard me gush about this already a couple episodes ago. I love the Hurt Business. I don't love that they keep feuding with Apollo a million times. Please put them in a feud with somebody else. But it feels like that it's all getting thrown together last minute because, to your point, Hutch, the writing isn't being done in a timely manner.
Yeah, it's not organized, because you want an example of the other side. Mm-hmm. There's a story going on right now in AEW that is one of the best stories I've ever seen told in modern wrestling.
Really?
In AEW, the story of the Elite.
Oh, yes.
The story of the Elite, the fallout with Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. Holy shit. Because, dude, they played I don't know if you remember this. This is before, dude, I don't even know if AEW existed at the time that this came out, but there was a video that came out in regards to Kenny Omega when he was in New Japan, when it was done in the style of Undertale.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Undertale, yeah.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that video, no, but I do know Undertale. Go ahead and rehash it for me so I can kind of...
Basically, just to give a very brief synopsis, it talks about, like, it's about Kenny Omega, the cleaner Kenny Omega.
Remember him.
And it's talking about, do you remember your friends? And it showed the Young Bucks. And then it's like, do you remember your best friend? And then it had his homie, Kota.
Yeah.
Ibushi.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, what are you going to do when they're gone and you're alone?
Oh, wow.
Right? So now, think about the end of All Out. Or the end of that tag match in All Out. Who left off by themselves after having like a little bickering back and forth with Matt and Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny, and basically left, and this is after leaving Hangman Page in the ring. Kenny Omega.
Ooh.
And they've already been touching on him turning into the cleaner anyway.
Yep, I've seen little bits and pieces.
On BTE. Now bounce it over to Hangman Page. His falling out. He turned on the Bucks. He's got this drinking situation going on where like one episode of AEW come out looking like shit.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to where he's waiting like in the bar sitting there by himself. The Bucks come in and kick him out of the Elite. But then you look over and sitting over on the other side of the bar is two beers telling you that, FTR is supposed to show up, but they didn't. Hence why the mirror was broken on the door when they closed it and showed the reflection of Hangman Page in the fucking mirror. Dude, this fucking story is incredible.
They're doing that right, man. They're doing that right.
Like it's got so many layers to it, and the fact that they've been able to pull it off, and I know it's hard to do like long-term storytelling with the possibility of injuries and that kind of thing, but again, man, all it takes is just a little bit of effort, and it's like night and day. It's like night and day, man. But yeah, back to the original thing. It's just morale, dude. This is like wrestling is in a very, very mixed place right now, it seems.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. As far as it being in a mixed place, because I really thought, like, at this point, I thought that second come, and I know with everything with COVID and everything, that's a thing. I get it, I understand, but I really thought that at this point, wrestling will be back in the mainstream, and now it just makes me think maybe it never will be. Maybe it'll always be an esoteric thing that just there's one community for it. That's the wrestling community, and that's how it's going to always be. It's never going to be in the mainstream and everybody talking about it like it was back in like the Attitude Era or even the Golden Age. A lot of people were really into it as well, and who knows where it's going to go. But I just hope that things pick up and continue to get better, because there has been a lot of ups and downs. And man, speaking of ups and downs, we're gonna move it right along to the All Out coverage. You got a chance to check out All Out, so this is going to be your opportunity, Hutch, to kind of, because you're the AEW guy, man. You're the one. you're the AEW
God,
guy.
Don't pitch and hold me like that. Jesus Christ! I'm on Twitter. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be getting called. You're an AEW mark. You Tony Khan dick riding prick. Like, nah, man. Like, but yeah, I love AEW. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, but basically, it was, from what I understand, dude, it was a rough night, man. It was a rough night. It had its ups, it had its downs. So, man, why don't you go ahead and kind of, I don't want to. I want to give you time here, man, but we only got so much amount of time here, so kind of break down the good, the bad, and the ugly of All Out 2020.
And let me lead by saying this: I do not regret, I didn't stream it, I didn't like pirate it or anything. I threw down the money. I wanted to support the brand.
Sure.
And and regardless of what I'm about to say, I do not regret still supporting the brand, and I still have love for the brand.
Yeah.
However, this was a bad night for them. This was a rough night for them. It took all the way to the women's match, the women's championship matches, and really when the show got going. First off, Matt Hardy. Let's talk about the elephant in the room here.
Ooh, we can't just graze over that.
Boy, and he grazed over that table.
Ooh, woo, woo.
Jiminy Christmas. It was unsettling, to say the least, and. I honestly don't know how he wasn't busted open. I'm glad he wasn't, but the fact that I knew something was off, something was bad, and just to see the way that Matt continued to fight, it's like he was on autopilot.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you saw it. I
saw the fall.
Video.
I saw the fall.
I sent you the videos, and I sent you a little bit of the aftermath where he was just struggling.
He was struggling to stand up. There.
Just kind of tugging at Sammy, and there was just nothing. And Jim Ross was even saying, well, if the man can't fight, then what the hell are we even doing here?
Yeah.
And he's got an absolute point.
He
and
does.
Then all of a sudden, Matt dips out. The doc's with him and everything. And first off, kudos to Aubrey Edwards for realizing something was wrong.
Yeah.
Because she threw up the X damn near immediately once she saw what looked like Matt was unconscious.
Yeah.
So, kudos to her. And you could tell she was trying to stop it and everything. But yeah, so like the doctor was with him, and Matt said he was fine. And per Tony Khan said that Matt Hardy passed the concussion protocol and thus was able to continue, and was sent to the hospital afterwards, and just to make sure that everything was okay. But then there's word from Rebby that he did have a concussion. Yeah. I'm hearing conflicting things on that. The bottom line is Matt Hardy is going to be on Dynamite this Wednesday to speak.
Okay.
He tweeted it out. From what I hear, he's better and all that. But it was a rough look for AEW to allow that to continue. Yeah. My guess is, and again, this is just me spitballing, I don't know. I'm thinking Matt Hardy just tried to say, look, I can get to the end. Let us go out there and finish it. They rushed to that last spot that they ended up closing it with. And then they did it. I don't know if it should have been done. I don't, I think they could have stopped it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people's kind of feeling the same way, is that there was no reason to not stop it.
With what we know about the concussions and all of that stuff, no, I don't care. There's no business worth continuing for. None. And I don't care. Fan be damned. That doesn't matter. I at that point, I was just worried about Matt Hardy, the person.
Yeah,
I didn't
for
give
sure.
a damn about the feud between him and Sammy Guevara as much as I was looking forward to, because that's one of the matches I was really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Because that feud has been dope, and I don't know. We'll just have to see where that goes. But moving on, the women's match was great. I would sign Thunder Rosa in a heartbeat if I was them, if I could, if she's available. I know she's with NWA right now. Obviously, she's their women's champ.
Yeah.
But her and Hikaru Shida tore it down. They did fantastic. The tag match with FTR and Hangman, which I've already, kind of touched on that. That was magnificent. The layout of that match, FTR is just maestros in the ring. Just whoever laid the way they laid that match out. Again, if you guys haven't watched that match, go watch that match.
I'm willing to bet it was them.
You like tag team? Oh, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was a collective because, again, all 4 men in that match are just phenomenal talents, obviously.
Yeah.
But yes, they were. It was just magnificently laid out, and the heavyweight championship match was great too. MJF showed his ass. He showed that he can take a beating because he got his ass beat.
Yeah,
he was busted open, bloody, and all that. But told a good story, really good story. Tried to keep the MJF tried to keep the match in the ring. Mox kept trying to take it outside, so on and so forth.
Right.
But good back and forth, good follow up. You could say the right one went over. I personally wanted MJF to win.
Same here, man.
I'm not gonna lie. You can possibly say it's not his time yet, but oof, man, I don't know. I think I would have maybe put it on him. But curious what's going to happen with the fallout between him and Wardlow, because of him kind of botching the ring spot and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I was going to rate the overall show, the bright spots were brilliantly bright, but the low spots, including I forgot to mention one, Matt Sydal.
Oh man.
Poor guy. I felt awful. I should have led with this. It was actually Drake, Ariel, and I sat here and watched the show.
Yep.
And we were like, "Oh, who is this? Oh, Matt Sydal, dope." And they'd asked me. They didn't know who he was.
Oh, okay. They didn't know that was Evan Bourne.
Right. So right as I was getting ready to tell them who he was, he got up on the top rope.
Oh man.
And then the humidity and all that stuff, they did their best to cover it. The announcers, and good on, I believe it was Will Hobbs that checked on him right after he fell.
Yeah.
And thank goodness it wasn't worse. But yeah, right as I was getting ready to tell him who he was, I was like, oof, that's who he's going to be for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'll give Matt Sydal credit for this. He put out a tweet saying, "Well, I'm going to take that as a sign. Next time you see me, you're going to see something totally different." So I'm like, I retweeted it and I actually said, you know what, own it and keep moving on. I respect the hell out of that. And
you took it on the chin, bro.
Take it to the chin. You fucked up. I can't even say he fucked up. I don't know. The rope may have been, because there was already people fighting in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I looked at the video and it looked like he kind of lost his footing, bro.
Yeah. His right foot slipped.
Yeah.
And right then, and he just wasn't able to get that rotate, the momentum to get the rotation. Just didn't work out. Physics. But from what I gather, it was humid as hell that night.
Oh, I bet. They were outside. It's warm. It's Florida.
Yeah, because I guess and I know the acoustics in Daly's place is because it's outside, but there were times where they were showing the crowd, and even the crowd just looked tired, and I assume that's because it was humid as fuck. So yeah. So I think that was a factor. So there was, and AEW just had some rough luck. I think that's what I would probably sum it up with.
Yeah, rough just a hard night, tough night.
It wasn't missteps. There was a lot of other stuff that we don't really have the time to go into. There was just people seemed like they were rushing stuff a little bit. There was some sloppy stuff. Yeah. And again, I don't know if the heat, humidity played a factor in that. I'm sure it did. Everybody had to be exhausted.
Yeah.
And I'll touch on the Jericho Orange Cassidy match was what it was. I think it should have been lower on the card. And I also will question the idea of opening the show with the Britt Baker Big Swole cinematic match in the dentist office.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I thought that was a weird start. I know that was originally supposed to be on the pre-show.
Yeah.
The fans rabbled and wanted it to be on the main show, so they put it on the main show, and ironically enough, I think it messed up the momentum of the main show. So maybe just let the captain steer the ship, guys, let them do their thing.
that's gonna be one of my biggest fears with AEW, and we'll talk a little bit about that, including a couple other things that I want to talk about. But before we do that, man, before we come back and talk to the 14 different countries all across these great United States and locally right here in Indiana, man, we got to pay some bills here because, man, Hutch, we have a new sponsor, man.
I heard about that. Hit him with that info.
Absolutely, and we're gonna really break down what these guys are all about during the break. But I just wanted to speak on it myself. It is Attention Machine Apparel. Attention Machine Apparel. You guys got to understand that what we do here in the podcasting realm, or if you're starting a business or any sort of project, currency is basically the same as attention. You need that attention. You need those eyes. And that's exactly what you're going to get with Attention Machine Apparel. You don't have to be looking all salesy and whatnot. You could just be super cool, super casual with some of their comfortable shirts like the Side Hustler, or my personal favorite that I just received was Internet Famous. They're great conversation starters, Hutch. They're really good about breaking the ice, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, as soon as you told me about this new sponsor, I was like, well, what do they got going on? Hit me, just like I said here, hit me with the info. What do you got? And then you sent me some examples. I was like, wow, that's kind of fresh. That's fresh as hell, dude. Like, I like that. Because you know me, dude, I'm all about a side hustle.
Yeah, yeah.
So I saw that, and I was like, yeah, I can vibe with that. So, yeah, man, guys, check this stuff out. And he's going to hit you. Con here is going to hit you with the info to get you a little bit of a discount, too, I think, right?
Yes, sir. You got it, man. Because if you guys go to attentionmachineapparel.com and go ahead and use that code word HOUSE, that's HOWSC, just like the podcast you're listening to right now, you get 12% off your first purchase. It is perfect for any kind of business-minded, creative influencer of the future. It's Attention Machine Apparel. Get your ass in gear. And when we come back, we're going to get in gear and we're going to talk a little bit more AEW. Hey guys, this is the Director Con House, here to let you know that attention is the only currency that you need to fund a project, start a business, or just keep a wrestling podcast afloat. Well, I'm here to tell you that Attention Machine Apparel is committed to helping you advertise without being salesy. Their super comfortable Side Hustler and Internet Famous tees are great conversation starters. They're the perfect icebreaker so you can avoid all those cringy networking conversations and just be your super stylish self. Check out their designs at attentionmachineapparel.com, where for a limited time, you'll be able to receive a 12% discount for your first order by using the code HOUSE. That's HOWSC, just like the podcast you're listening to now. attentionmachineapparel.com. Designs for the business-minded creative influencer of the future. That's Attention Machine Apparel. Get your ass in gear.
Yo, what's up? This your boy House from R2 Cents.
It's your boy C Woods.
And your girl Cheeks.
Hey, check us out every Monday and Thursday live at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Instagram, Apple, Spotify, all those good things. Listen to me destroy Cheeks and Woods every episode.
Man, what the hell?
Never destroy nobody.
Y'all know that's what it is. Hey, listen to us, man. Check us out anytime, man. Holler at us.
Welcome back to In Your House, hosted by the Director, and of course we had to bring back the cornerstone of the IYH Collective, the Flamingo Kid himself. That is MIKEY, Hutch, and we've already had a great conversation, you guys. We've been talking about the things that's going on in the WWE with this third party situation, man. I hope they get this figured out. We talked a little bit about All Out, and that's kind of where I want to get back to, because before we went to break, I was actually going to ask Hutch his opinion on this, and I'm wondering, I feel like with WWE, they always have the reputation of not listening to the fans. They don't listen to the fans. They don't listen to the fans. They don't listen to the fans.
What?
But my fear is that there'll be a stark contrast with that in AEW. You kind of alluded to basically letting the captain steer the ship and how they didn't with the big swole Britt Baker situation. what are your thoughts on maybe AEW might listen to the fans a little bit too much?
Well, yeah, I do think that, yeah. Well, when you got them, they sell for the fans a little bit too much too.
Yeah.
by leaving Twitter, but on the other side, fans are dicks too.
They are.
But it's again just like with a lot of things in wrestling, man. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
So because on one hand, wrestling's always done that, is listen to the crowd. And correct me if I'm wrong. I was actually thinking about this the other day.
Okay.
I can recall, back when there were crowds. Back in my day, there were crowds actually there, coughing on each other, spitting on each other, and we liked it. Anyway, there were crowds, man, and they listened to crowds. They listened to how fans reacted to people, and if they started to boo somebody, they turned them.
Yeah.
And now it always seems like it's been so against the grain. There's one glaring example that WWE actually pulled the trigger and went a great direction with one of their talents that I honestly didn't think they would. Mm-hmm. Roman Reigns is healed like a motherfucker right now.
Yes, he is. He's healing it up, bro.
And let me tell you, because again, I do my best to be as unbiased as I can. I will put over WWE when they do something right, and this can't get no righter.
Yep.
Right now. This is money. All hail the Samoan Chief.
I'm here for it, bro. I've said it on the last episode. I'm here for it.
I am absolutely, I was in awe when I thought about the possibility. I'm like, nah, maybe, but no. But then the promo that Heyman gave,
yeah,
oh, magnificent. And I would give WWE their props here. They did it, and I hope they go all in. I hope he beats the brakes off Jey Uso.
That's what's going to happen, bro. I'm telling you. I'm saying it right now. I'm saying it right now, bro. Bro, I'm saying it right now that match at Clash of Champions, I'll be generous here. It might go 10 minutes.
Yep.
It might go 10 minutes. It might. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking less than that, but I'm being generous. I'm thinking it might go anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes because he's going to wreck his own cousin, and we're going to really, it's a slow burn to the heel that we want to see, and he's being all nicey nice with this cousin now. Wait until they get in the ring. Hutch, he's going to fucking wreck him.
Oh yeah, it's going to be pure destruction, and I'll be laughing the entire time, just like
it's going to be so
right
good.
Along with Heyman probably.
Yep,
it's going to be so good. The special counsel to the tribal chief.
Yes.
And the thing that I loved as well is Paul Heyman, when he was with Brock Lesnar, was loud.
Yeah.
But this time, I don't know if he'll talk like this every time.
But he was more methodical.
He was subdued.
Yeah.
He was quiet. And I loved how Heyman painted the picture of it wasn't me who pursued him. It was him who pursued me.
Yep.
It wasn't I who corrupted him. It was him who corrupted me. And all while Reigns is just standing there, just putting off that aura, that presence, that natural thing. And I'm just sitting here just watching the TV just going, this is perfect. This is why I keep watching WWE, because damn it, sometimes they do it right. And when they do it right, it's money.
Thank you. Yep. Agree. I agree because that's all I can say is for that I agree, because I'm loving what and I'm just sitting over here looking at Roman stone faced, not just focused. We've seen so many different incarnations of Roman Reigns, and they tried to be the funny guy. They tried to be the worst of it. You can't get no worse than the suffering succotash shit. That was that was terrible. But but Hutch, this version right now, and when he does what he does at Clash of Champions, the Gold Rush. And that's why, I'll be honest, right? I've nitpicked a little bit, and this is just me. I've rolled my eyes a little bit with the lack of the music change, but I'm thinking they might roll it out after he goes full blown heel and we'll see something different. We'll see.
Yep.
I'm kind of like, okay, yeah,
Well,
you want to see something different now. You want to see something different now, but just wait and let it burn, because I think we're gonna see that full change here pretty soon.
Oh, for sure. This is just a first step, and just for now, just another little extra reason for you to just be like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, just be like, oh, here it is, that music. Oh, the big dog, here we go.
Yep.
You know, because they're going to need to change that, especially because they're calling him this, you know, the Samoan chief now.
Yeah.
So he'll have a new graphic.
Yep.
And odds are he'll have some new music as well. Speaking of music, man, shit. This fallout with CFO is really hurting WWE.
Bad, bro. Bad. Did you hear what it was, yeah, I guess it was Billy Kay and it was Peyton Royce, what they came out to, and I guess that breakup had something to do with the music.
Are you serious?
Yep.
See, I haven't watched Raw. I actually haven't watched Raw this week.
I did. I watched it, and they had a one-on-one match against each other that saw Peyton Royce going over, so now they're focusing on their singles career. But, bro, the music that they both came out to was bad. It was bad.
Damn it. See,
Yeah.
I love the Iconics music.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Now, was that one of the reasons that Seth Rollins' music's been changed too?
That I can't say that I know anything about that. I can definitely say with Keith Lee that's the reason why.
Now that I know, and oh my god, people were so mad about that.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm sitting there going, like, they put the rocket ship on this motherfucker.
Yeah,
They basically told Orton, like, you're going to make this dude a star.
Yep.
And fans still was like, what's he wearing?
Yep.
What's wrong with this music?
Yep. And bro, I'll be honest. I said the same thing on the first episode back, but I also said, listen, I understand enough to know, and that's why I'm over the music, honestly, but I understand enough to know this man came in, and on his first pay-per-view appearance, he got a clean pinfall victory over Randy Orton. Dude, fuck the music. Like,
right.
He's looking
Right.
great. He's looking great. Fuck the music.
Right. I mean, he powerbombed Randy Orton into another dimension.
Yep.
And again, like, I'm just, and that's kind of where I was at too. I was like, fuck the music. Who cares?
Yeah. Yep.
Who cares? Again, I actually put out, this is one of the things I fucking put out on Twitter. I'm like, people take this shit so fucking serious.
Oh, they do, man. They
so
do.
serious. But one thing that I will say that bugs me though,
Yeah.
because I do believe, and again, like, I've listened to Rollins' music, right?
Yeah.
His new shit. I believe I mentioned on here before that I feel like it's incomplete.
Like it needs another layer to it.
It needs more like vocals and shit. But then I noticed something else too.
Mm-hmm.
His shit sounds damn near identical to Bailey's theme.
You son of now! Wow. Why did that just hit me now? Now that I'm actually sitting here thinking about it.
Play them like back to back.
Oh man.
And honestly, in some ways, if Bailey's theme was done in like a different key and like kind of done in a little bit different way,
Yeah.
her music would work almost better for Rollins.
Wow.
Because
I'm gonna
her
have to
music-
listen to both today.
Because her music has what I feel like Seth Rollins' music is lacking. Vocals.
That's so crazy.
Rollins' music, he needs some like fucking like full opera like choir fucking shit.
Yeah, like
singing,
cathedral type.
Singing with it. Like I believe it's in there like a little bit, but it's not in there nearly enough for a Messiah to be arriving.
Right.
But it sure is in Bailey's.
Man, you know what? Before we cut out of here and call this a great episode, man, we got to talk about Bailey giving it to Sasha Banks. Come on, man. Yo. Did you catch that?
Yeah. I didn't think she'd be able to do it.
I didn't think she had it in her, Hutch. I didn't think she had it in her, bro. But damn it, that beatdown was legit.
Yeah, it really was, man. Had Sasha twitching. I'm
Bro,
sitting over here like, y'all want to see a dead body?
Man, for
Like,
real.
like holy shit.
Bro.
Yowie wowie!
Bro, I gotta say, as disturbing as the hand twitch was, chef's kiss, bro, because that was such a nice touch. Just little shit like that really sold the beating. The look on Bailey's face, I never in a million years thought I would see that sick, sadistic look on Bailey's face, bro. Like, it was
Yeah.
good. It was good.
It was great. It was great. And fans have been wanting this for a while.
Yeah.
But, like, people have been, like, talking about this, and you can argue, be like, oh, is it too late? Is it too late? Whatever, we're here now.
Yeah, we're here.
And let's just, take it for what it is, like we have to do with a lot of WWE, and hope they, tell a good story with it. And they both are, I mean, obviously we already know they can tear it down in the ring. So,
i.e. NXT Brooklyn a few years ago.
You put this heat behind it.
Oh, dude, I said it either the last episode or the episode before. In this return that we've made, that you have the match that they had at Brooklyn and put this story behind it. You got 5-star potential on your hands, bro.
Yep. Yeah, you really do. You really do.
I'm very happy to see that the progress that Bayley has made in this new heel role that years ago I never would have even imagined it. I would have never fathomed it. So good on Bayley. Sasha Banks is obviously going to be out for a while, but when she comes back, it's going to hit so different. And for me, I would keep her off TV for a while and then have her reemerge right around maybe Survivor Series, because a big event. Or, I mean, even if they, maybe Hell in a Cell. I don't know. We'll break that down some more. But before we cut on out of here, man, and call this a great episode, I know you're not a big NXT watcher. I know. I get it. But I have to ask you this, because you don't really need to know anything that's going on NXT to even make a prediction. Tonight, they're going to be crowning a new NXT champion on Super Tuesday 2. Only thing I'm going to ask is, what do you think, man? Who do you think's taking it home? Just give the household something to chew on from MIKEY Hutch. Do you think it's going to be Adam Cole reigning again, or do you think it's going to be Finn Balor?
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to say that, again, this is like not even watching this, going in blind.
Yeah, for sure.
That there's a chance that it could be Adam Cole. And if it is Adam Cole, then maybe Finn Balor somehow gets wrapped up in this retribution thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's going on. I guess they're exclusively on Raw now.
Yeah. We'll talk about that on another episode too.
Yeah. I got a long rant about that one.
We'll definitely get to that. You know what, man? For some reason, I don't know why, I haven't really been catching too much in NXT, but just something in me is saying Finn's gonna take it again, because it's been a while. I don't know why. That's just what I think. So I'm thinking tonight it's gonna be Finn. You're saying Adam Cole. We'll see what happens. I might catch it, not for sure, because as you guys know, when me and Hutch don't feel compelled to watch something, instead of being negative, we just don't watch it. And that's our cue to go ahead and skedaddle on out of here, man. But before we do, Hutch, let them know where they can catch you at, and just go ahead and throw it on out there. You know you're not new to the game. You're true to the game. Go ahead and plug away, my friend.
Hold on. I'm not gonna sit here and let you sound old as hell by using the word skedaddle. Did you really just do that?
Bro, I'm getting up there in age, man. I'm getting old.
How many times you told the kids to stay off your damn yard?
Get off my damn lawn, you damn
Y'all
kid.
better skedaddle and get the hell off my damn yard.
Get off my lawn, damn it. Don't try to got some shit to do.
If you guys want to add to the legion, quote-unquote legion, of my followers on Twitter, you can follow me at Hutch, IYH. Give me a follow. Let me know what you did. I share pretty much all kinds of shit on there now.
Yeah,
like,
he's
it's
a great
wrestling
follow, guys.
stuff.
He's a great follow.
Wrestling and politics. It goes hand in hand.
Facts.
So, in all seriousness, y'all, let me see if I can do this outro. It's been a while since I've done this. But, hey, again, it's like riding a bike, right?
Yeah.
So, the cornerstone commentary, the Flamingo Kid, MIKEY Hutch, man, it's been great sitting here doing this show. Love y'all. Thank you very much for sticking with us. And tell your friends about us. Tell your enemies about us, too. Because, again, regardless of what you listen to, what you watch, what you cheer for, what you boo, be it WWE, AEW, New Japan, Impact, it doesn't matter. We are wrestling. We are Legion. We are one. Thank you very much for listening. Catch it next time.
We are one of the great slogans of this show from the cornerstone of the IYH Collective, Mikey Hutch, the Flamingo Kid himself. And guys, we're going to go ahead and fly on out of here and call this another great episode of In Your House, because you guys know it doesn't matter the weather, it doesn't matter if there's a storm or not, we going to hit y'all with that work. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. Hey guys, Mikey Hutch is back, and you guys need to go follow him on Twitter. It is at Hutch IYH, and follow your boy too at Con House. We're gonna get it popping. Guys, what are you doing? Buy a friggin' shirt. That's www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Get this work. Get this shirt. Guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed your Labor Day. Now we're getting back to work, getting back to doing what we do. But guys, you guys know what it is. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on. Or get gone. Because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.